So here in Funnel Hacker Pro, we do have a few questions here. And one of the biggest questions I have is right here. Uh, it's right here. It is, should I refund and take back the Tai Lopez course? And here's what I had to say about that, okay? I thought about this question, and I had the same question from somebody else in my members area. They were talking to me on the chat, and they were like, should I give it back? And like, well, another person asked me that. So should you refund? And that's the question I'm getting. Should I refund? And that's a hard question for me to answer for you guys, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say this, and I want you guys to hear me out here, all right? We have established that you are going to ball out, okay? Tai Lopez and we have all established that you're going to have $1,000,000. You're going to have lots of women. You're going to have fast cars if you want that, okay? On the other side over here, you're going to have, cows. You're going to have a farm. You're going to have goats. And you're going to eat lots of cheese. All right? Yeah, I don't know why I said that. Just, eat cheese. That's what I imagine you guys do all day. Just eat fucking cheese. If you're not doing this, you're doing that. All right, so we know that you're going to have $1,000,000. You're going to have women. You're going to have fast cars. And you're going to have a huge fucking house. Here's your house right here, okay? All right. And there's your door, right? Huge fucking house. Right there. And over here, you're eating, that's a big thing of Swiss cheese right there. All right, so here you got a huge field of Swiss cheese, and here you got a huge house, you got $1,000,000, you got women, you got fast cars, and everything is cool. Now, here's the problem with that, guys. We know you're going to get that, okay? And I agree with that. Yes, I'm not hating on you. You getting ready to ball the fuck out, man. You're going to be so fucking rich, all right? Your social media agency company is going to be one of the largest and most respected in the world. We got that, right? Does everybody agree with me right now? Okay. Here is your shit right here. Here's the problem, guys. Everybody knows where I'm going with this. That's a fucking cheeseburger. Right? That's when you have your cheeseburger. Here is no cheeseburger. Here we have milestones in the middle of that. All right? And this, you got, well, how the fuck does this have to do with me refunding? Well, I'm about to show you right now, man. First of all, man, no. Fuck off. No. You got to be crazy. No. Are you willing to hear that every day? Because that's what you're going to hear. So before you get to your $1,000,000 fucking dollars, are you willing to hear this every day? Lots of times. Are you willing to hear that? That's number one. All right, that's just number one. Number two, are you ready to get on the fucking phones and make phone calls every day, okay? And cold call clients. I don't care what anybody tells you. You're going to have to do this. They're going to tell you that you don't. They're lying. Okay? And when you cold call clients every day, guess what? You're going to hear this a lot more. Except for it's going to be really quick. Like, fuck off. I'm eating dinner with my family. That's a big one. I mean, I'm having dinner with my family and you're disturbing me right now. Right? And they're going to tell you to fuck off, right? And the secretaries are going to be like, he's not in. Okay? Are you willing to deal with that and more no's? It's number 2. All right? Now, here's the next thing. So let's just say you are willing to deal with the no's. You're willing to do cold calling to get clients, right? Here's the next thing you're going to have to deal with. Before we get to the fucking shit, guys, I'm taking you to the promised land, but I want to show you realistically what it looks like. Local events. Do you have enough money to go to the local events? Because they're not free. Do you have the money? Do you have the resources to go to local events and present and meet people and network? And are you ready to be around a bunch of people? Are you that guy? Do you like to shake hands? Do you like to smile and greet people and basically kiss people's asses and for nothing? Deal with a bunch of jerk-offs that you don't like. People that their breath stinks or just whatever. Just people are quirky, man, and they're weird and they tell bad fucking jokes. And are you willing to deal with that, to schmooze, to get what you want? Along with these local events and schmoozing comes more fucking no's. No, 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 I'm not interested. No, it doesn't work. I tried it. Are you willing to deal with those objections and rebuttals? Do you have rebuttals for those objections of asking for more information? Because that's what objections are. They're just asking for more information. Are you willing to do that? Can you get past that? Can you deal with, first of all, people telling you no? Secondly, can you deal with cold calling clients and grabbing the phone? Do you want to know how many numbers you need to call today to get some results and how many numbers I have called today? That number is 100. You need to dial 100 phone numbers a day if you want to be fucking awesome. That's how many I'll dial that every day. And I'll be honest with you. I dial that before lunch. All right? Can you do it? Will you do it? Do you have the tenacity? Do you have the willpower? Do you have it? Do you want this over here that bad? All right? And you guys, if you haven't made it this far in the video, I'm really glad that you didn't. And for the guys that are here, this is the real shit right now. Because we know we getting this money, man. Go right now. I was going to play it, but I'm not. Go Google Jump by Steve Harvey, the Jump video that he did. That shit is so awesome, and I'm going to tell you about it in a minute. But that video, it was funny. My wife and I were having a conversation, and I was like, I really wish I could explain to these guys what it feels like to get what you want. And I'm like, the only way I can explain it was like when you jump out of an airplane and you know you have a parachute on your back, but you haven't pulled the cord yet, and there's just that moment of just knowing that, fuck, I'm falling. But the moment that your parachute opens and you make it, you're like, fuck, right? That's what it's like. And Steve Harvey, I hadn't watched this video, but he had a perfect video explaining just that. And that's what it feels like. You have to jump, right? And that's the next thing. Are you comfortable with that, what I just said? Are you comfortable jumping? You have to throw all your bullshit out the fucking the window. You have to honestly say, hey, man, I don't care what happens. I'm just going to jump. People are going to tell me no. I'm going to cold call 100 people a day, and they're going to tell me to fuck off. I'm going to go to local events, and people are going to act like I got fucking leprosy. They're going to act like I'm a leopard. I got fucking bad breath and stinky underarms. People are going to treat you like shit. Are you willing to go through that to get over here? The next thing is, we're not done yet, folks. Here's the next thing that we need to be concerned about. Let's go with this other blue. This is a darker blue. This is like fucking up my contrast, but I'm going to do it. Okay, so now that you have clients and we got through this part, right? And we're getting close and we have clients now. Okay? We don't have a lot of clients, so I know what's going to come next. Can we outsource it? No. This is you, hand on hand, dealing with your clients. Are you ready for the fucking phone calls? Hey, my website doesn't work. Hey, your shit's not working. Hey, fuck off. And no bullshit, you're going to get this question. My water's off in my house right now. Do you know a good plumber? I promise you're going to get that question. Why are your fees so high? Why? What? A 5-year-old is, just imagine a 5-year-old complaining and whining just about everything you do, and you're going to be under scrutiny. Why? Because they don't believe you, because you're going to be brand new in the game. So they're going to scrutinize everything you do. You're going to be under a microscope. Spell right. Fuck. Learn how to spell. That's one thing. People are going to see that you don't know how to spell. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me sometimes? You're going to be underneath a microscope, all right? They're going to look at you, and they're going to scrutinize you, and they're going to analyze you every time they get a chance, and they're going to critique you regularly. Can you stand the constructive criticism, and can you deal with that, improve it, and move on? Quick story. Somebody came to me the other day and said, hey, man, your website sucks. Your membership area is crappy. And he said it's because I had just put a new product on in my membership area, and I forgot to add the buttons. And he was absolutely right. And I responded because my customer service skills suck ass. I hate customer service, and I'm not outsourcing it. All right. So, I added the button really quickly, and I was like, man, you have to be a douchebag. And he came back with some shit like, I'm used to a more sophisticated learning, something or another. I'm like, well, I told him, go over there and I'll put a big-ass non-sophisticated button on my fucking website for you. So go take your sophisticated ass over there and click that big-ass button. It is a huge button too, right? I kind of made an infotainment joke out of it or whatever, but I was really irritated. I won't lie to you. But he was right. But what did I do? I pushed past it. I said, hey, man, he's absolutely right. And I fixed it within 60 seconds of me reading his email. Shot him a message, hit him on instant messenger, and then I installed this thing called Drift, which is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I hate gremlins in my bank account, but Drift is about to get my money because people that are in my members area can hit me immediately. You guys have been. Hey, man, am I being charged monthly on my credit card? Nope. I just looked you up. You're all fine. Send them a screenshot. Oh, thanks a lot, man. I had that the other day. Another guy was like, hey, man, is there a way that we can get blah, blah, blah? Can you do something? I can't remember what it was. In your website? And I was like, yeah, just click here and do that. Another guy hit me with, hey, man, I can't seem to get logged in into this. Where's the login page? I'm like, fuck, dude, you've been logged in for like 2 weeks and you can't find the page yet? But it didn't matter. I didn't say anything to him. I just sent him the login page. And it was great. Get Drift. Your customer service shit will not be nightmares because they have a mobile app and you can answer them mobily while you're rolling out when they're inside your members area. The shit is great for customer service on the fly. I can dig it. And they have a free service right now, so there's no gremlins. Are you willing to deal with the customer service nightmares before we get over here? Okay? Because that's going to happen. Customer service nightmares are going to happen, okay? And then the last thing, and don't, once you start seeing some success, because success comes here. Ew, that's so ugly. Why do we do that? Ew, don't do that again. Please. You're going to see, that's still ugly, but Jesus Christ, it's better than what I did. All right, so you're going to start seeing some success right here. Once you've dealt with all of this shit here, and you've been down we call this the metro. This is the L, the elevated train, the bullet train. This is the tube, wherever you are. And in Australia, your trains are so fucking slow. You're just in the outback driving. Because, Jesus. All right, so you're going to start seeing some success. And what comes with success? Haters. And you can believe that. Once you start becoming successful, your haters are going to come out. And they're going to watch you. Right? And then they're going to stop talking to you. You're not going to have any more of this. Are you all right over there? Are you all right? You're not going to have any more time for your girlfriend, for your homeboys, and you're going to be busy being successful. And you're going to leave people behind. All right? You're going to leave a lot of people behind. People are going to kind of start resenting you because they can see you moving along a path, and you might even invited them to come with you on that path, and they fell off, and they're going to resent you behind it. You got to be willing to deal with that. Okay? So now to ask me, now what does all of this have to do with me fucking refunding, dude? If you can't say yes to everything here, yes, I can deal with everything here, get your fucking money back and get into a different business. All right? Get into marketing, but a different portion of it. All right? Because there's a lot of parts of marketing that you don't have to deal with any of this shit. Any of it. Except for the haters. You never get rid of haters. And clients asking you a bunch of questions and customer service nightmares, that's going to be there. But everything else you can get rid of. All right? So your road to this, I promise you, will be shorter. Okay? We're talking about coming from here with no cheeseburgers to getting here to having cheeseburgers. And there's other parts of marketing that you could do that with. So if you're not willing to deal with all the shit that you're going to have to take and go through to get to this fucking $1 million and Swiss cheese balls, right? Yeah. If you don't want to do all that to come to this, then get a refund. If you're willing to do what it takes and work and have money and put in the hard work and put in the long hours and do what it takes to make the client is always right and all that crazy shit that we do in America, because that shit does not work over here in Europe. You're always wrong in Europe, but in America, the customer is always right, and you have to deal with all of that attitude, right? That's why Americans hate coming to Europe, because it's like when you get here, you're always wrong. You're like, what the fuck? You can't stand it. The waiter doesn't serve you on time. You're like pissed. I'm not going to give you a tip. He's like, we don't tip over here anyways. Be it, fucking American. All right, so I know that was long, and I wanted it to be long. If you made it this far, you want to hear this because you're serious. If you made it this far, then you're dead ass serious about doing this, and that is my answer to you. If you can put up with the road to get to the bling bling and butt boonky naked, making it rain, and strippers and money, because you're gonna get it, absolutely. Watch the Steve Harvey joint. He tells you about it. You're going to get all of that, but you're going to have to put up with shit. And the way he explains it is that, you're going to jump off a cliff, and you know that the parachute's going to open, but you're going to hit the sides of the cliff. You're going to get scraped up. You're going to get bruised up. You're going to fall, and all kind of shit's going to happen to you before your parachute opens, but it will open. But the guaranteed way to not get your parachute to open is not jumping. It's an awesome video. Go watch it. Coffee break.